Shall we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Today is December 6, 2022. It is 1 a.m. Before I started recording, I was going through Twitter to see what other things I need to add on my list. I did add some stuff earlier today in the morning, and when I turn on my computer again, I see a lot of conversation, so I have a lot to share with you. And before I started recording, I put some stuff on my community board for you guys. Alright, these I just put them, and when I don't have the computer, it's hard for me to share stuff because I just don't like to work on my laptop. But anyway, too much complaining. Let's go on Twitter. Alright, first tweet. I'm not gonna play this because I will get flagged. If anything, I could create a completely different, separate video for this where they could flag it, and I don't care. So I don't want this video to be flagged because of that video clip, the trailer. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen it already. Go to other squaddies who have posted it, or go to netflix.com or whatever, all right, to view it, but I'm not gonna share it here. Okay, first tweet: set reminder alarm for December 8 and December 15. Alright, so there's this. Thank goodness I'm not working from home on those days. There's me here, dollar bill. Okay, a watch party is a must. So is it being released 1 episode at a time, or 3 episodes on the 8th and 3 on the 15th? My brain is filled with the plague and I can't think straight. Alright, so this is just minor conversation. Alright, so that was one of the first tweets that I saw earlier in the morning, so there wasn't that much, but I find more interesting tweets, so let's leave that alone. Okay, next tweet. Okay, so there's Bouzy here again. I'm not gonna play it. He retweeted the trailer. There's the heart. I guess I can officially announce I'm in the Harry and Meghan docuseries. I want to thank everyone who has supported Bat Sentinel research and allow us to expose the targeted hate campaign against Harry and Meghan. All right, I think I've shared some of his tweets. There are do I have it in them? There are some videos that I have specifically for Bouzy. All right, only Bouzy's tweet that's in them, so I don't know if I've shared some of those tweets with you, so you could check them out. All right, well deserved. You did so much to expose the targeted campaign against Meghan and hold people accountable. There's the heart. Okay, congrats, gonna be lit. All right, thank you, Eric. There's that. People's cheering. We're all excited for you. This is very well deserved recognition. Congratulations. All right, so proud of you. The derangers were so caught off guard when you entered the fray. Yeah, that I think I have. What I'm about to say is that when Bouzy first came into the sphere of the squaddies, and including myself, is that I think there was a tweet that went out and he commented on it, and then the bot, whoever, the Twitter, the haters went after him, and then from that's when he motivate him to go after them to see who they were. So that's how Bouzy came into the squad's kind of sphere, because the haters, the derangers, went after him the same way you see they're going after that lady who experienced the racism at Buckingham Palace. Well, I didn't share those tweets yet. I don't know if I will ever get to it, because there's so many things going on Twitter every day. So they went after her. They start trashing her on Twitter, that lady. All right. So it's the same thing that they did to Bouzy. So what Bouzy did, on the other hand, Bouzy went after them to see who they were, why they going after him and trashing him on Twitter. All right. It might be on the list, the playlist of Bouzy. All right, so you could check it out. Okay, so part of you, the derangers, were so caught off guard when you entered the fray. They thought they could intimidate you by trying to dox your family. They F around and find out there are some black folks like you and Meghan. They need to just leave the F alone. You whack. Okay, so this person, I didn't even finish with it. So this person pretty much sums up what I just said. Okay, congratulations. We love it, because you were gathering the receipt for years. There's a clap. And sometimes what he does, he create chats on Twitter where, it's like a group. People will join and listen to him. I don't usually share these with you, so I don't know whoever created that particular group. Sometimes they will let you know that they're recording it. So if they are recording it, so they're probably gonna have it on their YouTube channel. So I don't want to take away. So if I want to create my own group to record and share with you, then I'll do that. But if somebody else is already doing it, so I don't bring it out. Let them do it on their own channel, because they put the work behind it. All right, thank you. You changed the game significantly, and I'm so happy for the acknowledgement. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Christopher Bouzy. If F01 and Find Out was a person, well-deserved Christopher. Thank you. There's that. Okay, I'm ready. All right, so there's more. The squad is congratulating him. Let's go to the next tweet. With my channel, anything that I'm aware of and I think is worth sharing with you, I will share it with you. It will take me forever to get it for you to see it, but you will see it eventually. So like the Bouzy thing, I know I did share those things with you, so you should not be in the dark about him. All right, if you've been with me for a while, I know there are some new subscribers, so you could go and back some old videos. All right, next tweet. Just in case you haven't heard the news, my faves are about to set the record straight on the 8th, and I think on the 15th as well. Vodovat shut up and put up. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are going to tell us the real reason why they left the UK. Everyone hold on to your seat. It's going to be a bumpy ride. All right, so there's that. Oh yes, I'm all ready. This is also posted in my Instagram highlights. Okay, spread the word. I'm declared the 8th and the 15th on December a public holiday. Okay, I just bought my popcorn. I hope you have enough for the 15th as well. I have suspended my diet. I'm going to need comfort food to watch how they treated my faves. Yeah, many of us probably gonna be crying when we watch it. Okay, to all evildoers, floodlights are being shone. What you did in the dark, to in your attempt to destroy Harry and Meghan. There is no hiding place. Karma is coming. Can you imagine the same thing that they're doing to Harry and Meghan? It's the same thing, especially Meghan in particular. It's the same thing they did to Diana. And the thing is that the fear that I had for Harry keep going back in the UK. If you go back to some of my old videos, especially around Prince Philip's funeral, I was like, please don't go. I mean, we saw the things that was going on, but my God, it was very scary. Oh yeah, there's that. OMG, it's about to go down. Okay, it will only be a bumpy ride for those who have been telling lies. You know what I'm looking forward to? The time when finally the beautiful Sussexes can live their lives with those beautiful babies in peace, but here in the US, of course. Okay, got my popcorn ready. All right. After that's it. Oh, pretty much that's it. Okay, GNT. That is literally me. I'm so excited. Oh yes, indeed, I'm ready. I can't wait to see them. All right, next one. Okay, there's Dr. Zenye. These Netflix trailers, the British media are going to run their mouth without understanding how those stock images are being used. Don't they know this is a documentary, not a reality show? If I put a comment somewhere where I said they don't Like, how are they gonna tell Netflix to put some sort of disclaimer at the beginning? Now Harry and Meghan are telling their truth, so they don't have control of that at all. You know how they did with The Crown? Okay, this one I can see it. Okay, what's your point, dumbass? The squad are fighting, their gloves are on. Okay, I can't see this one, so I don't know what this person is saying, but she's responding to her. What's your point, dumbass? Don't bother answering because you are not here in good faith, but to distract. Go find someone else to play your mind games on. Okay, they can't help themselves because whatever the doc actually says, the British media will be proving the point. They will always peddle in the willful ignorance, deliberate misunderstanding, outright lies. Okay, not British here. I understand use of stock images and especially when they are used to manipulate a narrative. All right, they are waiting on the palace to tell them what they should think. That I believe. Yes, I believe. Oh, they know, but confused, misled. The British public is a must. Okay, oh, they know about stock images. This is just an excuse for them to tarnish Harry and Meghan. Thankfully, we see through their virtue. There's a video. Oh my God, it's probably buried in one of those video tweets that I did. Is that I think something Juno was saying something about Harry when Harry was young, how they will use those images. They will take the image, take the picture, and then do what they need to do.
Yes, he would get absolutely slaughtered in a nightclub, rock out into the street at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Paparazzi would be there, cameras in his face. But you know, what would happen is the newspapers would have those shots from that one episode.
On that moment, and then save it to manipulate it later on.
And they would use them in that week's papers. But then they'd hang on to them and they'd chuck them into the paper a couple of weeks later.
And then they create that narrative of Harry being a bad boy. I hope I found it so I could put that.
3 weeks after that.
So his behaviour is being exaggerated, by the way, the press.
Precisely. They'd already written the narrative about Harry. He was the wild child. He was off the rails, the complete antithesis of his goody two-shoes brother.
So they know exactly what they're doing. So it's just that now they're upset. I don't know what they're saying because I don't follow them at all. I don't even bother. If the squad don't put screenshot about them, I will not know what they say. I don't even bother. But they know exactly what they're saying, what they're doing. And it's just that they're pissed off because now the same tactic that they use on Harry, it is being used against them. This is why they're upset. That's all. Okay. Oh yes, then okay, I just read that. Okay, only facts this time. They won't ever concede. They understand. It's panic for clicks. Kind of prove their point. No one knows the truth. The British media literally prey on them, including during the mourning period of Queen Elizabeth II. I'm glad they're sharing their story. Yeah. Oh my God, the nonsense that was going on. You could even see. I think it was CNN who interviewed that young lady who hugged Meghan. People see the nonsense that's going on. They didn't give them a second to breathe, to mourn the Queen. All of us may have our own perspective of the Queen. That's very understandable. Okay, we know the story behind her reign. But for Harry as his grandmother and that aspect, and Meghan who happened to get to know her, you know, at a different level as well, they didn't give this to a little second to mourn her death, but they went at it. Okay, funnily enough, this perfectly illustrates why cutting out the middleman, that is the avaricious press, is the only way to tell the Harry and Meghan story. Exactly. And I can't wait to see the firm crumble. They hide in an ivory tower of elitism and privilege that we know is corrupt, toxic, and destroy its women. It's the emperor new clothes on our TV screen. Now we see them and know what they are. Okay, yeah, or just hilarious. Watch December 8th. Alright, the amount of people who don't understand the concept of stock photos is actually concerning. Alright, they don't care. They are trying to gaslight people into believing that racism and white supremacy are unicorns. Yeah, they want to change the narrative, but hey, Harry and I even said it in many other videos, even when what's this guy, Piers Morgan, was telling Meghan to go back to America, and then at the end, before the thing cut off, he said it's a joke. Okay,
You don't have to go back to America, by the way.
She does. She's an American.
You don't have to go back.
She doesn't want
She's
to be.
married an Englishman.
She doesn't want to be
She
a
wants to
British
live
public
here.
figure in the royal family. Go back to America. It's a joke. It's a joke.
but they're playing with these two people's lives. It's not a joke for them. Because we have some crazy people who will act on their nonsense that they're spewing on national television. It's not a joke for them because this is their lives. They want to live their lives, but for some reason, they can't seem to leave them alone. Harry has been telling them way before Meghan got into the picture. He wants that privacy, the line, the borderline. What he does in public and what he does in private is two separate things, but they don't want to stop. They want to intrude into both of his world.
Chance my arm with a cheeky question. A bit like your mother, you are pursued every minute of every day by lots of people trying to take photographs, videoing, recording what you're saying, pushing. How can you possibly have a private life?
And to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore. This is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
He only wants them to be in the public life, but they don't want to accept that. They keep on crossing the line, crossing. Wasn't there a time, you squaddies could correct me on that, where I think at the time either Harry and Meghan were dating or they had already married. I'm not 100% sure. You guys could correct me on that. Where they were living somewhere and they took pictures of their bedroom. That was in the UK. All right? So they had to move, because now they know their spot and whatever. But this is, completely, it's unhealthy, unethical. Wow. And the as well. What is that? And the as well. What is that? Okay. Katie Price arrived to Crawley Magistrate Court for sentencing. Okay, so these are the thing here. I don't know what's this about. There's that. There's this. Okay. All right. What? These images, hackers and their lies. Let me see here. Stack images that they're talking about. Okay, we've been sharing all of this couple times. Okay, this shot by me, the royal editor from the same accredit pool position on my iPhone was taken at Archbishop Tutu's Cape Town residence. There was no intrusion. I was part of the 3-person UK Palace pool. Nobody else was allowed in, and we share the words and photos with the UK media. Okay, there's him again. You could easily take this from the thing. All right, there's him. This could easily be taken from the video that Harry was showing. This photograph used by Netflix and Harry, Meghan to suggest intrusion by the press. Oh, come on. You know exactly what they are talking about. This was a public event. So he's not talking about this. Okay, I need to see the documentary to see what they're talking about. They're trying to switch things around. This is not what Harry... Oh, okay, let's wait for the Netflix video. All right, but let me read this since I have it here. This photograph used by Netflix and Harry and Meghan to suggest intrusion by the press is a complete travesty. It was taken from a credential pool at Archbishop Tutu's residence in Cape Town. Only 3 people. Okay, so that's the same thing. Harry and Meghan agreed the position. I was there. So I'm sure he's how do you call this? Trying to reverse, change the narrative. Harry said it very well. There's a private life and there is private and public. This was definitely a public. You were there, so there's a reason for you to be there. Harry have made it very clear, the differentiation between these two. Okay? Private and public.
And new dad, Prince Harry. We've been seeing him out and about since Archie was born. He and Meghan are in the news for a very different reason this week. Aaron, some legal drama here. Break this down for us.
Yeah, so Harry received substantial damages from the news agency Splash after photos that were taken from a low-flying helicopter showed intimate details of their home in Oxfordshire, which is their previous country home before they moved to Windsor.
There's a private life and there is private and public.
So they took them to court and they won. And so these photos photos showed inside the living room, dining room, even into the bedroom. So, yeah, definitely upsetting for them.
It's really interesting because, you know, they do give the press great photo op moments, and that's sort of their offering, right? Hey, we're here for you, we're here for the public.
Over birthdays and christenings and everything else, we do see them, they do provide those photos, but then they're like, no.
That's kind of the exchange. We give you this, now we get some privacy in these situations.
All right, let's go to the next tweet. Now this is a video. I see I put a note next to it. Okay, so that's him. I was just reading his tweet. K. Jobson, no neck is clutching at straw now. Thanks for your contribution. You did a great job throughout the many receipts we have. All right. So she retweeted that. Robert Jackson, royal editor at the Evening Standard, said Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, quote, never wanted to come back, end quote. Instead, they wanted, quote, to have their cake and eat it, to make money.
But now that it is all official, Prince Harry, do you have that sense that the combination of the two of you, your different backgrounds, that you together represent something new for the royal family?
I don't know if it's something new. I think it's, you know, it's a... For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps being having a distorted view.
Oh my God! This guy, Piers Morgan, literally told them to go back to America.
You don't have to go back to America, by the way.
She does. She's an American.
You don't have to go back.
She doesn't want to be...
She's married an Englishman.
She doesn't want to be
She
a
wants
British
to live
public
here.
figure in the royal family. Go back to America. It's a joke.
What had Meghan supposed to do? And then all this nonsense that went on.
You were in charge of royal protection. How would you characterize the threats that Meghan and Harry received?
Well, disgusting and very real. I've talked publicly for many years about the threat of extreme right-wing terrorism in this country. I've often been misquoted as taking my eye off the ball, as though I think that was the biggest threat. I've never called it the biggest threat, but it was the fastest growing.
Wow.
And my wonderful friend and counterpart at MI5 will tell you exactly the same thing, that when I started in CT in 2015... Counterterrorism, it was about 6% of our total workload. Certainly when I left 15, 16 months ago, it was over 20%.
In the UK, where police were let go because of their racism, and those two young men, those white supremacist group that were sentencing, you mean this was, oh please. If the palace had stood up for them, protect them, don't you think they would be there? Oh please. All right, let's listen. It's 1 minute and 19 seconds.
They obviously have no intention of any way back. They are ripping up trees, they're blowing up bridges, left, right and centre, and that's the way they want it.
That's the way they wanted. That's the way they wanted it? No!
I've grown up feeling supported from so many of you, and I watched as you welcomed Meghan with open arms, as you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. We both do everything we can to fly the flag and carry out our roles for this country with pride. Once Meghan and I were married, we were excited, we were hopeful, and we were here to serve. For those reasons, it brings me great sadness that it has come to this.
They're blowing up bridges, left, right and centre, and that's the way they want it.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges.
They're blowing up bridges, left, right and centre, and that's the way they want it.
And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What I want to make clear is, we're not walking away.
They're blowing up bridges, left, right and centre, and that's the way they want it.
And we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth and my military associations, but without public funding.
They're blowing up bridges, left, right and centre, and that's the way they want it.
Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known.
They're blowing up bridges, left, right and centre, and that's the way they want it.
To take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. Into what I hope can be a more peaceful life.
Now that they left, when the Queen passed, this past, September, when the Queen passed, the nonsense that went over there, they never stopped with their nonsense. You would think if they want them back, okay, mostly Harry in particular, you would think if they want Harry back, they would ease up a little bit. No, they keep at it. And we have decades worth of them misbehavior, unethical practice from Princess Diana's time till recently as, I don't know, maybe yesterday, maybe. They just don't know how to stop with their lies.
What they wanted initially was to have their cake and eat it, turn their position into part-time royalties so that they can make money. This is purely their positions so they can make money. It's a commercial exercise. They are being run by other people that are making...
You know what? It's about time they make money off their own story, because you guys been profiting off of them with lies for ever since they've been together. And poor Harry, ever since he's been born. So now the table is turned. That's what it is.
Making money out and taking their percentages. Therefore, they've got to make a success of it, which is really just by the only thing they seem to have done is to attack the king and the other members of the royal family for their own situation.
Well, you guys should have left them alone. That's all. You guys should have left them alone. I even said it, even when Meghan was pregnant, when I first started recording about them. And I was like, there's Meghan here who's pregnant. And I found out that Sophie had a miscarriage at one point. And I wanted to find out if it's true. So nobody had the courage to stand up for them. You know what happened when a woman is pregnant. This is their most vulnerable time. Anything could happen. Nobody stood up for her. So, and let's make it clear as well. Meghan studied these things at school.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
where?
In Argentina, in Buenos Aires.
That's sensational.
Isn't it great? I double majored theater and international relations.
So she knows how to use the media, and she's using her own story to tell the truth. Okay, so you guys were too happy to make money off of them with lies, so now she's using the truth to make money off of it. When Harry was leaving, they cut him off completely, so he needs to make money. Okay, if the king was there to support him, was on his side, were trying to protect them, do you think they will do that? No. All right, so let's continue.
I really don't see that this can go on much longer. They're not particularly young. You know, Meghan is 40 in her 40s. Harry's approaching his 40s. They're not representing some young, hip, new youth movement about them. The reality is they're approaching middle age. Their sell-by date is coming to an end, and they're cashing in.
Harry and Meghan are incredibly marketable. I'd call them the new young Obamas. They're going to make an ungodly amount of money.
And they're cashing in.
And you know what? They literally could become billionaires.
And they're cashing in.
Over the next 20 years. If either of them came on Shark Tank, I wouldn't even wait for them to pitch.
And they're cashing in.
I'd be like, I'm in. Whatever you want. Yes.
And they're cashing in.
Because they are so marketable. It'll be so easy to develop products and projects for them, with them, and around them.
And they're cashing in.
It'd be, yes. Can you hook it up?
And they're cashing in. It's as blunt.
Hey, it's for the public to decide, not you. You could say whatever you want. There's you, an old man, can't even breathe properly to tell whatever is in your mind. But you seem to, on their case ever since, telling lies. So it's up to the people to decide who they want to listen to. All right, it's not for you to tell us how to think and how to view them.
As that.
All right, let me move it back right here.
40s, Harry's approaching his 40s. They're not representing some young, hip, new youth movement about them.
They're representing themselves. That's all it is. They're representing themselves. You lie so much about them, so now they're representing themselves. They told you guys since they were leaving the UK, they're not, and I forgot the exact wording, but they're not dealing with you guys. All right, so they will use reputable sources, and then there's no middleman, so they'll do their thing there on their own term. So that's what we're seeing right now. They told us. We should not be shocked.
The reality is they're approaching middle age. Their sell-by date is coming to an end, and they're cashing in. It's as blunt and awkward as that.
All right, so that was it. All right, let's see here. You see them dark circle under his eyes? He losing sleep over this trailer. What he gonna do when the docuseries drop? There's a laugh. Harry and Meghan making money telling the truth. Exactly. He made lots of money telling lies about them. I swear, I didn't see this. This is exactly what I said. Okay, yes, good stuff. Let's see here. They can deny it all they like until they blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking, particularly from Kensington Palace. Robert Jobson, tell Australia Sunrise. Okay, that was him. That was his quote. It seems like Robert Jobson. That's the one who was in the video. Okay, he shouldn't be talking about eating cake. Thank you. Chuck sending his tools out. He doesn't look well. Dark circles around his eyes, more bloated, ready to explode. Yep. Okay, receipt of Robert, Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt. Now all he has are insult. They can answer this documentary because they have already confessed. Let's see here. They can deny it all they want. Okay, so that's the same quote screenshot. Okay, when Harry's wife joined him while he was working for the royal family, he was informed that she will not receive any compensation. Harry and his family should have been supported by his horrible and avaricious father, but he claimed he was not a bank. Wow. These are more stuff. Yeah, I said it in a different term where they cut his wing and told him to fly, and then he cut his security, cut everything, his financial support. If Charles was doing his fatherly duty, none of this would have happened. They are irrelevant, but toxic British media won't stop talking about them. When Harry and Meghan said just a little bit back, they explode saying, why fight back? That's why they said something about drip, 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 drip. Okay, that gang of bullies will eventually end the monarchy with their lies. Not Harry and Meghan. Exactly. All right. He needs to go on a serious diet. These people have no problems repeatedly covering for and lying for this disgusting family for a few coins. Money isn't everything, and they will eventually have to answer to God for their lies. Nobody give a damn about royals. If the royal was so popular, how come nobody else could not get that kind of money? They are successful because they are like around the world. That's what I was saying. It's up to us to decide if we want, if we like them or not. It's not for him to tell us, oh, they're approaching middle age, this and that, they're not young and hip. It's not up to you. All right, it's to the people. This is what happened. We don't need the king to tell us what to think. All right, we have our own mind. Okay, they are successful because they are like around the world. It has nothing to do with royals. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next one. I can't believe I read all of the comments under that video. Next tweet, again, this has to do with Jobson as well. All right, so I don't know, somebody tweeted that and I just went in it and get the link of it. Okay, that's him again. A photograph used in Harry and Meghan's Netflix trailer to show paparazzi hounding them does surprise, in fact, show photographers who were invited at a Harry Potter film premiere. There's the thing here. Okay, it's a trailer. I'm surprised you don't know how editing works. I think she blacks V. He blacks V because of this comment. I came across this tweet on another one. Maybe that's where I got that from. All right, there's this. You are behaving like Victoria Arbiter, who started giving opinion on Oprah interview when she hadn't seen and watched the whole of the interview. Calm down and wait for December 8th. Okay, after watching the 6 hours docuseries, of course, we know you will deflect and attack. Take a chill pill. Bobby, you are already complicit and you admit it on tape. Let's see here. 29 seconds.
What do you think it's true? So is it normal for, and do you think it's true, that some of the royal households have been leaking on the other royal households, like Meghan and Harry?
Well, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they can deny it all they like till they're blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking. Particularly.
Oh my God, I'm holding the laugh so you guys could listen to this. The squad have receipt. The squad have receipt and said you already admitted. Bobby, you already complicit and you admitted on tape. Let me rewind it already from here.
That some of the royal households have been leaking on the other royal households, like Meghan and Harry.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they can deny it all they like till they're blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking, particularly from Kensington Palace, about how things were developing, and that was a palace that both of them were representing, being represented by the same people.
So is it normal?
There it is. That's the squad. This is why the squad was so good. All right. The memoirs, which will be either annual and then 6 monthly, to squeeze a little more cash, should be independently fact-checked where possible, and if claim made but not substantiated, then evidence proved, but doubt any of that will really happen, just a wish. Okay, what does that mean? They're looking to sue Harry? You mean like your tabloid or fact-checked? Well, you can't really tell, wish they were, what is it? You can tell Harry what he saw. Okay, the memoir is Harry's own personal views. Maybe he's gonna talk about from the time, I don't know, as far back when he could remember as a young boy. Okay, so you can tell Harry what he sees. All right, there's that screenshot that I have with the number 6. Okay, you put two people stand opposite side of that number 6. One will see number 9 and the other one will see number 6. You can tell these people what to see. Okay, they will see what they see. So you can tell Harry what he wants to, what he should write about his memoir. So that's his own perspective. And also with the Netflix, Harry and Meghan. Okay, this is their own story. Their own story. It's almost like a biography by them. Okay, you can tell them what they see. They were going through all of the stuff. They're probably gonna. I did say, the Netflix one is gonna be even worse than the Oprah interview, because the Oprah interview was from the tabloid headlines that were being written about them from the time they were in the UK to the time I guess they left. So now they're gonna go over it in more perspective and depth of how they feel. You're gonna see moving images and how they see things, and how they were feeling and all that. You can deny somebody about their own experiences. Okay, you guys better, I know they're planning to sue, but they better be ready to tell the court how Meghan was feeling, especially when this guy told Meghan to go back to America. Okay, so he said it, and then at the end he said it's a joke. But for Meghan, on the other hand, she was in pain. There was a lot of other things that was going on in the background which we didn't see. How are you gonna tell Meghan how to feel about something that was said about her? Okay, that's her own feeling. You can't distinguish that. How are you gonna sue somebody for their feeling? All right, I'm just saying. He didn't say anything about feeling, but I'm just saying. All right, so I just went into that. You only watch the trailer. Tune in for the entire documentary to see what awful people the likes of you are. You've added nothing positive to society. That's exactly that. I used to like Harry and Meghan as a couple, but now I just look them as a media hungry couple. That's up to you, because at some point they have to tell their own story. Okay, everybody's writing about them. Okay, they seem to know exactly how Harry feel, how Meghan feel, and everything like that. But now that Meghan and Harry are telling their own story, they're media hungry. That's your problem. But at least the truth is out there. I think that's all they care about. Because in the future, what is this guy? Where I said he wrote a book, Complete Lie. I did 2 videos about it because what was it? It was 60 Minute Australia. What's his name? I forgot his name. But I came across the video, so I ended up to do a review about it. He wrote a book. Every single page of the book is a lie. The squad were shedding light to, giving receipt about all of the lies that he wrote about the book. One of the things that I say about the book that he wrote is that it's not for the now. It's not for now. Okay? We are living, breathing, eating. We see the things that's going on. It wasn't meant for us right now. It's for the future. Our great-grandkids. You see how the world is trying to control everything that pretty much everything. Whoever's in power trying to control everything. So they're going to tell us this is the book that we should know about Meghan. All right? They even tried to erase Meghan's name on her own kid's birth certificate. So they had a plan already. So Meghan is writing that. All right, so you want other people to tell you stories, lies about her, but when she's there telling her truth, it's a big problem. She's media hungry. What was the term she used? Yeah, media hungry. But everybody else is making money off of them. So they're making money off of their own story. Okay, telling the truth. Okay. Let's see here, starving for the spotlight. They claim, nah. It's not starving for the spotlight. You hardly see them. Okay, so when they do come out, okay, it's like boom on your face. One punch and they knock you out. They don't come every day, dripping non-stop to be on the spotlight. No, they come out and they punch you on your face and then they step back. Okay, this is what it is. Deal with it. All right, starving for spotlight. They claim they want no part of. Okay, this is the tabloid nonsense you're spitting here. Meghan never said anything about privacy. All right, she even said it on the Oprah interview, but you failed to listen anyway.
Didn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. No, but you already showed me that one, so you have to show me everything. You know what? I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of the flawed argument and its operating mechanism that they're confusing people to think. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with. There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture, that entitles you to have my entire camera roll. Go ahead, look through it. No one would want that. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
All right, so that's your problem. They want nothing to do with the royal family. Hey, the royal family want nothing to do with them. So, and then they never leave them alone. Okay, but you have, no problem using their titles. Whatever, do what you need to do to remove it. Well, I believe King Charles III will take titles back, and rightly so. Okay, please do. At this time, I don't know. I can't wait for them to take the title. If they think it's the title that makes the person. Okay, you really got the essential part of this subject. Bravo. All right. There is also a photo with Prince Harry hands to the camera, which was taken whilst he was with Chelsea Davy. It's included in the collage toward the end. Literally blank and you miss it. I did. All right. What is that? IVW just reached the trailer to make sure I catch it. Okay, given that there are 3 misleading photos in this short trailer, I can only imagine how many more will be in documentary. All right. So you haven't seen it. You already say it's misleading without fully knowing what was said behind it. All right. Not watching. Got to color my hair. More important. Okay, go do that. Okay, shall we wait and see the context? Thank you. Might not be about something directly related to them. That's it. All right. After this, let me move on. I love that it's unraveling already. People may be ideologically so opposed to a royal family that they don't understand the value of mainly business tourism benefit, especially in the USA, but this nasty documentary will undo them and Netflix, and thank God for it. All right, so okay, or perhaps you hounded them just as you did at HP film premiere. Okay, Harry, what's HP? I don't know what's HP. Okay, it isn't out yet. Already the scared wolves are attacking. They didn't learn anything from the Oprah interview with their bully claim. They just pick out from the bag. Next week, this Netflix doc is going to have huge viewership. I will imagine the firm is terrified that subject usually reserved to Twitter and other comment section are about to jump into public discourse. Okay, I don't look forward to the fallout from this. As this victim of narcissistic abuse, I'm all too familiar with my abuser doubting and even tripling down when they call out. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about, but let's see here. I think that Harry and Meghan are well insulated at this point. Okay, the documentary won't change anything. The people who have this inexplicable hatred for Harry and Meghan will not be deterred. But why will the British royal family get the lie with impunity? Okay, I disagree. Like politics, there is a large silent majority who know like 20% of this story. Netflix can reach some of those folks. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, there's me here thinking about the crown. LOL. Now, what are they going to tell Netflix what to put before people view Harry and Meghan? Okay, they should have listening to Tina and Michelle, leave Meghan alone. They didn't listen and they told Meghan to go back to America. What did they expect? Right, the trailer alone is a blockbuster. Okay, that's exactly what's going to happen. They should be terrified. They should be shaking in their boots and they're going to deserve every piece of criticism coming their way. Okay, so, and the thing is that what went on with Princess Diana, the kind of nonsense they did to Diana, and then not too long ago, the brother who have the audacity to tell people that the mother was paranoid,
made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
And they deter her to say nonsense. All right. Meanwhile, Princess Diana sent information for a book and spoke to that speech coach guy. Okay, every chance that she got to speak her truth, the nonsense that she was going through by the royal family. Okay, she even said, oh, when they were dating, they opened the door, they were so lovely and everything, but as soon as she married into the royal family, everything changed.
It's like being sucked in, just people pushing and then people pulling, all in the same direction.
So you're being what, pushed by family?
Yeah, my family looked great, and so did my friends, and so did Charles's family. They liked me. They were very good to me when I was a guest.
What does that mean?
We used to change when I was a daughter and the positions changed.
Okay, Princess Diana told us. Okay, that was not with what I just said was not in the Martin Bashir interview. It was with the coach guy. Okay, as soon as she married into the royal family, everything changed. All right, so it's almost the same thing with Meghan. All right, serve them right for complaining that Harry and Meghan and Diana were in the wrong for overshadowing the blonde heirs. Now they've got all the attention and spotlight they could want. Be careful what you wish for. All right, people who don't follow the royal family were stunned by the Oprah interview, but after a few news cycle, life went on. Yeah, this is not only global, it's staying on the Netflix during coronation prep. It'll be almost impossible to bury it with loud tabloid covering of Harry's betrayal or King Charles III special day. It's the other way around. It's Charles' betrayal. Okay, Charles betrayed his own son. Okay. You remove his security and then you tell where he was. Anyone, okay, who's not even familiar with this sort of tactic, why would you do that? And you know the guy was running away from those tabloids. Why would you do that? That alone, you need to explain that. What did he have in mind? Especially when you know what happened to his mother. Why would you look at his location? Okay, it's about time, in my opinion. Looking forward to watching it all unfold. Okay, and they can't censor or delete anything they don't want to hear because they're not in control. That's why they're freaking out so hard right now. Okay, will be interesting to find out whether Netflix subscription have increased suddenly. Okay, good point. The Twitterverse has been on this since the beginning, but I have a feeling that this Netflix series will present a compelling case for what Harry and Meghan endure at the hands of the royal family and the tabloid press. Okay, it is global as Netflix advertised. Africa, Asia, Europe, North and South America are all advertising this global event. I wonder if it's available in Antarctica. Okay, that's why they're panicking. The cat about to be let out of the proverbial bag. I'm so here for it. All right, so there's more comment, I think, but I'm moving on. Is there? Yeah, there's more. Let's move on. All right. There's this. We've been training for this moment for 6 years in the trenches. Let's be ready with our receipt and clapbacks. We've got this. Let's go, Sussex squad. Okay, there's that. I'm ready. Those GIF. Okay, there's that. Chill, I'm going into my archive for receipt. That family and the racist British media will not get away with this. There's that. There's that. Let's go. Okay, soldier and the Sussex army ready to war. There's that. Those GIF, all these are grown adults who's doing that. We write at dawn. There's the clap. I'll be preparing a lot of popcorn and beer. I want to buy a big gun and bang bang it every time Harry and Meghan score. LOL. I'm crazy excited, you guys. I wish I can rent a whole cinema and invite you all for a watch party. Oh, can you imagine this? Can you just imagine this? The squad sitting in one room watching this. Can you imagine this? Okay, and we have control of the remote to pause the film at a certain point to explain our thought. Can you imagine that place, that video or whatever? Let's say if it's a 2-hour thing, it will go for half a day because the squad will be going at it with the discussion. All right, next tweet. I hope Harry and Meghan show how William, Kate, Simon Case, and Jason Kenoff orchestrate a smear campaign against Meghan, while William and Kate were described as perfect by tabloid and royal reporters. All right, so there's that here. I've shared this tweet a couple times as well. This video. Thomas Markle said the plan was to stop the wedding. They can let Prince Harry marry a black guy. All right. And the thing is that after this interview that Thomas Markle did, you hardly see him again. He's telling the truth. They don't let him back in. 45 seconds. Let's listen to it again.
For Meghan Markle. Let me correct that. My oldest daughter was conned into conning me. And they went first to my oldest daughter and said that they would make me look good. They did make me look good. And I went along with it.
Another thing is that they con the other sister, and then the sister con him to do the thing, and then he went and conned Meghan, and Meghan put the stop to it. They couldn't fool Meghan. But anyway, let's listen.
That had I been a little younger and a little smarter, it wouldn't have happened. But I fell for it, and I fell a long way for it. So I do regret it to this day, and I am trying to sue the man, and if I can't succeed in suing him, like I said, I'd be happy to see him laying beside Weinstein. For Meghan Markle.
He didn't say the part. Oh, maybe there's more in there. Let me go into it. Is there another part? No. The part where he said the whole plan was as a setup. That's from this same thing here. They cut it. The whole plan was a setup to stop the wedding.
Right. So that may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course, the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American Media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
I have it, so I'll put it here. All right, let me bookmark this for my own receipt. All right, Thomas Markle said the plan was to stop the wedding. They can't let Prince Harry marry a black woman. It didn't play in this, but I have it. I'll put it. Okay, am I hearing this wrong? Did he just throw his traitorous eldest daughter's commenter under the bus? Yep, he did, saying she scammed him. The volume of my laughing in this office is gonna get me fired. He did. Okay, a diabolical man. Okay, I hope it is in the docuseries. So they argue that Thomas Markle lied when they say he never lied. Okay, what the hell did a bright and beautiful woman like Doria ever see in this poor excuse of a man? She must be cursing under her breath. Well, at the end of the day, it was meant to be. Look what they produce. Okay, look what they produce. So it was meant to be. And then Miss Doria is a bright woman. Do you see Miss Doria with him? No, she moved on. She saw and then she moved on, and look what she produced. Taught Meghan a lot of lifelong lessons. All right, so it was meant to be. Like I've always said, the universe always knows how to readjust. Okay, what the hell? Okay, that's what I just read. No matter how bad it made me look, I would have ever did what he did to Meghan. He has no reason to ever call himself her father. Okay, and this is why they exchanged vows 3 days earlier, especially even if they stop the wedding, they can't stop the marriage. Okay, so what's his excuse for teaming up with Dan Wootton and Lady C to come over for the Jubilee to attempt to see his grandchildren by standing outside BP? Did they con him into having a fake heart attack? Please sue that vile pair. You all deserve each other. Okay, that's a different language. Look at this other clown talking now. All right, so let's go back There's this. Oh, there's no comment. Okay, so that's it. Let's go to the next tweet. Oh my god, I have a lot of more tweets to share. How many more? A lot more. I'm probably gonna do 2 videos. Okay, so there's Professor. She's responding to something here. All right, what the F are you talking about? They got married at Windsor. There was literally no balcony. They did the traditional kiss on the steps of the chapel like every other royal couple who marry at Windsor. All right, so she's responding to this. This is where they're trying to change everything. What you saw is not what it is. I'm telling you, one of them went on my IG post telling me what I saw during the Queen's funeral is not what it is, and it made me go back to create another post to show my point. All right, so this is the thing. They want to control how you think, what you see, how you feel, everything else. Okay, like you didn't exist. They want to control you. So this is what the professor is responding to. Okay, I believe it's not about race, and yes, things changed after Meghan and Harry married because they changed. Look at the things she didn't want to do as royal. If stories are right, she didn't want to go to the balcony to kiss Harry after the wedding. And this is where she comes and says, what the fuck are you talking about? They got married at Windsor. There was literally no balcony. And there's me here responding to the professor. Alternative universe. The wedding video is not online and no one saw the wedding. They always bragging cost them money. Yet that wedding brought billions to the country. All right. Somebody retweeted and one comment. What did the comment say? Okay, Harry and Meghan are all changed from that balcony. The only royal ever to be cut off financially with no notice, have security staff with no notice, have their local leaks to the British press. Oh, this person didn't get what I was saying. And royal ever to pay the sovereign grant for necessary upkeep on a whatever. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. I even put it on uppercase, not online. It is online. Okay, no one saw it. Almost all the squad saw the wedding. Everybody saw the wedding. So this is the thing. Okay, they're bragging about that cost them money. Okay, they always say, oh, the Meghan is ungrateful because they pay so much, and Meghan didn't even want the wedding, by the way. And then the amount, when expert did the tally of the amount of money that that wedding bring to the country, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right, so whatever this person is. All right, let's go back. There's this. I don't believe it's about race either. Sorry, I don't like her. Okay, there you are. You're telling your point. Certainly don't trust her motive. Whatever you think her motive was, I don't care what color her skin is. She broke a family. Nope, they should have leave her alone. All they needed to do was respect her because of Harry. Harry was the one who loved her. Okay? And then she was more than happy to do some of the work. Look, the few minutes she was over there, I always say a few minutes, okay, due to charities with Hub Community, Smart Works, and many other things. With, okay, so she did what the royal family was supposed to do. But for some reason, they hated her for it. Well, I guess I would say you deserve the royal family that you have, because they're not doing a damn thing, but they're getting millions. Okay, yes, she broke the family that currently has an adulterer and his mistresses as king and queen, with his nun's brother as a prince. This is a good one. All right, they do this to distract anybody who says palace sources. They know it's a damn regurgitated lie, but they say it anyway. These people saying Meghan was out to get all this money and whatever else she could, which we know that is a lie. If she was, she will be there now. Why the palace sources? There's a rolling eye. You know what? I'm so proud of Harry and Meghan for standing up and saying, you know what? No more. Regardless if I have never or will ever meet them, I stand with Harry and Meghan. Exactly. Okay, Meghan, was it MM2 and having it today? LOL. I'm with you. Okay, these people can even get their lies straight. All right. This is why the squad said they have their receipt ready. Next tweet. Okay, I'm 51 minutes. Okay, look at this crap. This is exactly the kind of lies the racist British media emboldens and encourage for years against Meghan. There's no even a balcony at Windsor Castle. The Karens are seriously demented. Buckingham Palace, come collect your friend. That's the thing that I just read. Okay, I believe it's not about race. Okay, so she took the screenshot and bring it out. Okay. Is she for real? I doubt any of those women marrying and wanted to share their first kiss as husband and wife with what equates to millions of voyeurs. Okay, these people are strange. Okay, she sounds like she's mad Meghan didn't let her into her bedroom. There's that. LOL. What is this balcony she's talking about? Did they move the balcony at BP to Windsor Castle? This is the same thing the professor was talking about. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Sit down. Okay, OMG, these people are coming undone at the seams. There's that. Undone at the seams. Okay, glad they left. Okay. How can they look at themselves in the mirror lying like that? Shame will come upon you and your family. If stories leaked by KP or Right Not leaked to discredit them in case they leak the truth about the Prince William affair, which all the royal family, including Kate and the UK press, are complicit and keeping suppressed. Alright, next tweet. Okay, I'm about to do video 2 now. I'm 52 minutes. There's that. No leaks. So who told the media about this incident, which was corrected by Meghan later? Who leaked it? Was it Kate herself or her aide? Okay, there's that. Meghan made Kate cry. Bride's strict demand over Charlotte's dress reduced her to tears. There's that. Her mama told it because right after it leaked, Toll gave her a full spread. Is that give and take? You scratch my back, I'll scratch you. So they gave a stupid story and then they... I mean, I've said this in one of my videos. I mean, what's 1 second of having a spotlight when you know there's a lie behind it and then you always have to go back to correct? I don't understand these people. How could they live with themselves? Okay, so she bring with receipt. Okay, the Middletons planted the story. Oh my God. An attack after Oceania tour, he or something on Telegraph in November 2018. November 23rd, Tomney was the first to write an article linking Hub Kitchen to terrorists. November 26th, Tomney was the first to write Meghan make Kate cry. November 30th, Carol Middleton gave her first ever profile interview. Wow. I'm telling you. I'm not even aware of all of this. I mean, I know some bits and pieces here and there, but the timing and the dates are the chronicle of everything. Let's see here. Meghan mask is linked to 19 jihadists. I've heard about that. And then there's this. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I don't suppose it matters at this point. The Sussexes are all California US residents now, and I'm fearful that they still could be in danger, but relieved they are here. Still can't believe Chucky wouldn't pay for their security. Okay, and this is still going on to find. They better come with the truth about the security thing. Alright, because it's under review still. I don't know what happened. Okay, I believe her mother. Okay, it was Carol Middleton told Camilla Tomney who told everyone else. Palace 8, aka Mama Mid. Kylie Jenner, her mom, Kate on her burner phone. This wasn't true, but I bet Kate will be crying real soon. Okay, this was absurd. Chuckles and Camilla are foul enough, but those gold digging, social climbing Middletons are pathetic. Okay, right? They wanted to set their own narrative in case the opposite got out, knowing Meghan comes teams Jason Kenoff will not let them correct record. Now it's cricket about Kate's tears since Meghan said Kate sent flowers and apology note. Yeah, that's from the Oprah interview thing. Yeah. Yep. This is the thing. That's exactly what I've been saying at the beginning of this video. They want to have control of everybody, okay? How to think, what to think, how to see things, and everything else like that, okay? So when Harry and Meghan were in the UK, they put a nozzle in their mouth. Literally, they couldn't defend themselves, so they could go on with any narrative. Now that they left, and they could making correction, right? This itch. Okay. How evil may they all reap and keep reaping what they saw. The best part of this story was after Meghan counterclaim they leaked it was Charlotte who cried. White kid didn't want the black lady touch her hand, and Will said they are not racist. They removed the comments. Hypocrites. Okay, most of what was given to the media weren't leaked. They were purposely planted lies. Okay, and I think in one of those the docuseries of Netflix, where I think there's a part where Harry said there's planted stories and all of that. So I can't wait. So Harry was born in there, so he knows how that thing works. So people can tell otherwise. All right, so let's do a prayer. I'm gonna do video number 2 because there's a lot to share with you. Prayer for safety and protection. Let's do that. I was thinking prosperity, safety, protection, and prosperity. Let's do that.
And they're cashing in.
Okay, Creator God, thank you that you have plans for me that are for my good and your glory. Your words says that you will make all things work together for my good. Please watch over my business, protect me from danger, and lead me on the path of prosperity and success.
And they're cashing in.
I think this is perfectly exactly what I was thinking. All right, let's pick an image for the thumbnails. There's gonna be video too, so you have to wait for it. Okay, Jesus, you are our fortress. This home has walls of love that are built on you. You are our sanctuary. Our family rests in the grace laid out in your words of truth. You are our treasure. We hold one another in the faith, hope, and joy that you send. You are our leader. We kneel at your feet and find protection, goodness, and rest. Thank you, Lord. Amen. I think this is perfect. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a Cash App link and a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And this video, by the way, I have part 2 in it. I was gonna make it public right after, like in 12 noon, and I was like, sometime when you guys see the thumbnails are the same, you don't click on it, but when they are different. So I decided to make it for the following day. So it's gonna be public the following day. I have 2 of it. All right, so this is the one that's public now, and this one I'm making public the following day, I believe at 12. Yeah, the following day. So there's gonna be 3 videos coming out tomorrow, the 6th. Oh, today is the 6th. All right, so that's it. Let me do video number 2.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.